Hey, Mr. Rowe. Congratulations on 32 amazing years at Phoenix Country Day. I think I was lucky enough to have you your very first year in 1988 in middle school band. And then I continued with you all through high school for jazz band. And my jazz band memories are some of my favorite memories of high school. And I have to thank you for encouraging me to stick with it. It definitely pushed me outside of my comfort zone, but it also created such an amazing love for jazz music and camaraderie with other students. It was such an amazing experience, and that's because of you. I also have to thank you because it was our trip senior year to New Orleans that made me fall in love with New Orleans and choose Tulane for undergrad. And thank you for providing such an amazing experience for kids for all these years. I was also lucky enough to be your colleague for a few years. And one of my favorite events at PCS was always the 40th Street Jazz Club because it was so fun to see my former third graders grow up and be in middle school band and be in high school band, and just the amazing musicianship that you were able to bring out in kids and such phenomenal music. And you can just see how passionate those kids are. And wow, that's all because of you. So thank you, Mr. Rowe. Congratulations on your retirement. I hope you have lots of fun plans. My parents say you're welcome in Mexico anytime. And thank you for 32 years of influencing a love of music in countless kids.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. Elizabeth Reahard, Oviedo here. First of all, congratulations on reaching your retirement, just such an amazing milestone. When I heard a couple of years ago that you were celebrating your 30th anniversary at PCDS, I just couldn't believe that you had been there so long, because in my mind you were the cool, young, hip teacher. So to hear that you had been 30 years was just amazing, until I realized that it had been 20 years since I had been in fifth grade band, and that I felt old. But in all seriousness, some of my best memories at PCDS were in your classroom. I remember signing up for the trumpet in fifth grade, and you had a day where we got to come and try all the instruments, and then you wanted us to put down our first, second, and third choice. And I put down trumpet, trumpet, trumpet. So thank you for selecting me to play the trumpet. I only picked it because my big brother Tommy played trumpet, and at the time I wanted to be just like him. I remember getting up early to play in the jazz band in middle school, starting, that 7 a.m. practice, and just had such fun memories. When I was going into ninth grade, we had the option of sticking with band or doing art. And I had heard that upper school art, you got to do really cool things like ceramics. And so I thought, I'll go ahead and try art. So I actually ended up switching from band to art. And the day before school, when we came and put all of our books in our lockers and got all set up, I ran into you on the bridge. And you were so excited for band that year. And you were telling us about all of the set lists that you had picked out for us. And your enthusiasm was so contagious. I quickly turned around and went right back to the office and switched back from art to band, because I knew that I didn't want to disappoint you. So that was probably one of the best choices that I made of my high school career at PCDS, was choosing to stick with band. And it really was because of the joy that you brought to every class that made such a difference. I have such great memories from upper school band. Loved being able to be in a class with kids who are in different grades, and then also just have that break from the day to relax and play music and enjoy and be creative. It just was an awesome stress relief, and I think a highlight of every day that we had band class. Some other favorite memories were all the field trips that we took, performing in all the different places, from, on the one hand, Arizona State Hospital, which was a fun and interesting and eye-opening experience, all the way through trips to New Orleans. And I remember setting up on the boardwalk and performing there with the group, and a guy came up to you and gave you $100 bill to buy us all pizza, and congratulate us on, being a great group of kids playing music in New Orleans. And I thought that was really cool. And I also remember really fondly playing with the Preservation Hall jazz band, and being super nervous to improvise, because that was my first time playing with professional musicians who were legends in their own right. But some of my best memories, like I said, were in band and with the kids. So congratulations on your 32 years at Phoenix Country Day School and for being such a bright light to generations of students. Happy retirement.
Hi, Dave Rowe. This is Gino Picozzi, if you can't tell through the mustache. And this is Becky Gotro. Wanted to record you a little video here upon your retirement. One, I want to thank you for being such a fantastic teacher and for all of the fantastic times that we had in jazz band. Those are true memories that I'll hold on to for the rest of my life. Two, I want to talk a little bit about that trip that we took to New Orleans and what an impact that had on my life personally. You see, in college and afterwards, I ended up living in New Orleans for about 7 years. And those were some of the coolest, most unique times and experiences I think a person could have. And that's where I met this one right here. And I'd be lying if I said that our time in jazz band and that trip to New Orleans wasn't part of the deciding factor that led me to living in that city. So thank you for that as well. I want to wish you an excellent retirement, everything that you want out of it, and sky's the limit. Hope you have a great time. All right. Thanks again.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. Congratulations on your retirement. This is Kathryn Lorentzen, now Peck from Seoul, South Korea. And this is Pippi, who looks a little bit like Mishka. And we're both wishing you, oh, well, she's here. Pippi, kanshik, kanshik. A very happy retirement, and I have so many good memories from playing the alto sax and the flute and band in middle school, and just wanted to thank you so much for all of you, everything that you did for us, and I hope you enjoy your retirement. Bye!
Hey, this is John Greenberg, class of 2009. I wanted to just say congratulations on your retirement, Mr. Rowe. Mr. Rowe was such an influential part of my experience at PCDS. Jazz band was always the highlight of the day, every day for the 8 years from 5th grade all the way through 12th grade that I was in the jazz band as a trombone. Mr. Rowe is a great teacher, mentor, and a great friend. I'll never forget all the times. Just all the trips that go into competitions, the NAU competition, some of our other trips. I went on the summer jazz trip that Mr. Rowe hosted to the Bay Area a number of summers, and just, playing jazz out in various locations in the Bay Area. Our group trip to New Orleans, I was lucky enough to get to New Orleans twice with Mr. Rowe at 9th and 12th grade. And it was just, jazz band with Mr. Rowe was just such a fantastic experience. So again, I wanted to say congratulations and best of luck.
Hey, Ross Bridgeman here, class of 07. Congrats, Mr. Rowe, on a well-deserved retirement. So many great memories from my time at PCDS, from when we did summer jazz at the YMCA camp in San Fran, to when you took a small combo of us out on the street in Nolens, and we made about $80 between the 6 of us. And for the first time, I was like, I could actually maybe make a career at this. So thanks for all those memories. And you always tried to foster any musical curiosity or passion that we had, and you always let us take over the band room or a repurposed storage closet and start any band we wanted. Snack time jammers, the guys who bang on things, Syntronic clock drive, whatever kind of rock star we wanted to be that week. So thank you for that. As our teacher, you always kept us in line, but I felt like deep down we all knew you respected us as jazzers and as musicians, and it gave us a brotherhood and a sisterhood that I didn't get in any quite the same way in any other group that I was in. So thank you for all your time and effort that you put into making every band that we were in sound as great as we could, and giving us lots of awesome stories that I'll never forget. So I got a little song that I know you'll never forget, because we played it probably about 1 million times when I was there, so I can't imagine how many more times you played it when I wasn't there. I still play it now when I play at with a little jazz trio down the street. And it always makes me think of the jazz band, middle school jazz band, circa 2000. So this is for you, Rowe. Stay cool, Rowe.
Hello, Mr. Rowe. This is Ashley Morrill from the class of '99, and I just wanted to say congratulations on your retirement. I also want to take a little minute to tell you how grateful I am for all that you did for me during my PCS career. I was lucky enough to have you as my band teacher from 5th grade until I graduated. And yeah, being in band with you really enriched my school life and my life in general. Some of those middle school memories I have are the fun music you would have us play during holidays. I also remember you had us play Stars and Stripes Forever one year, and you challenged me to play the piccolo, and it was so tough for me. But I'm glad you did. I'll never forget that. And I can probably play that in my mind along with that song whenever I hear it. And it felt like such a big accomplishment when we finally performed that. And also in 5th grade, you probably don't remember this, but one of your cats had kittens and our family adopted a little orange one. And I named it Pumpkin, and Pumpkin was my first pet, so that was really meaningful for me. And then, of course, jazz band in high school, and I absolutely loved jazz band. And even though there weren't really flute parts, you taught us to transpose the trumpet parts and play along with them. You pushed us to do jazz solos, which were a real challenge for me, but I'm glad you did have us learn how to do that. And we just played some really, really great music that I loved. Some music that stands out in my mind, some songs that I'll never forget are Oye Como Va by Santana, String of Pearls. I loved that fun big band music. Carry On My Wayward Son. I still can play along and drum along, sing along with that when I hear it on the radio. It's a favorite of mine because of playing it in band. Another one I loved was Salt Peanuts by Dizzy Gillespie, when you would have us, someone in the band had to yell out, "Salt Peanuts, Salt Peanuts." It was so fun. I felt like the music we created together as a band with you as our director was just so fun and great, and I just loved it. It was wonderful. And then senior year, my schedule wouldn't allow jazz band, and I was really disappointed. I was especially sad because that was the year of the New Orleans trip, and I had been dying to go on that band trip since 5th grade when you told us about it. But I think I talked you into letting me be kind of like a student manager of the trip, and I was able to go with the jazz band, and that was just one of the most memorable parts of my high school experience. So I am so grateful for you for making a place for me on that trip. We just listened to some great music, and it was just wonderful. Thank you so much for enriching my PCS career with band. We made the music that you had us play really enriched my life in many ways, and I love the camaraderie and the comfort I felt in the band room. You were such a kind and caring teacher, and I really appreciate all that you did for me over the years. Thank you so much for being so great, and I wish you so much joy in your retirement.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. It's Eric Fram, lead trumpet, class of 2009. Congratulations on your retirement. I wanted to share with you some of the impact my time in jazz band had on me. Even today, when I put on jazz music to help me get through work, I think back to my days in the band. Some of my favorite memories from high school are from jazz bands. Everything from field trips to competitions locally, afternoons in the jazz band room, the trip to San Francisco, and of course the trips to New Orleans. These are all amazing activities that deepen my appreciation for music culture and left a lasting impact on me. So thank you for teaching us about jazz, music in general, and working together to delight our audience. Best of luck to you with everything going forward. I hope to connect with you next time I'm back in Arizona. Thank you, Mr. Rowe.
Hey, Mr. Rowe, this is Harry Kent. Just want to say a big congratulations on your retirement and a big thank you for all the wonderful memories you gave me and so many other PCDS students over the years. One of my favorites being the time that we went up to the NAU Jazz Festival and performed a rendition of Prayer Meeting, which featured Ben Murphy on an absolutely shredding guitar solo. And after the performance was done, we listened to all the judges' tapes, and one of them, in an accent worthy of Foghorn Leghorn, declared, horrified, "That guitar is unbearably loud," and we all just lost it. And as a matter of fact, I still have that recording on my phone somewhere, and occasionally it'll come up on my shuffle, and when it does, it never fails to make me smile. So thank you again, Mr. Rowe, for all the wonderful times and memories, and I wish you nothing but the best in retirement.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. It's Hollye. I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my music-filled heart for everything that you gave me during my middle school and high school years, which was an understanding and a love for music that I don't know where that would have come from if it wasn't for you. And music has given me so much joy in my life, and I thank you for laying that foundation and also for helping me find my voice through the saxophone and through improv and jazz combo. And for someone who was afraid to speak in front of groups and to other people, it gave me an outlet to find my voice, and I tap into that every time I do need to speak to other people. So thank you for that. You've given me so much, and I know that you've touched other people in the same way with music and with your joy and your passion. And I'll never forget how excited you would always get before our concerts, and you held us to a higher standard. You weren't expecting average musicians. You were expecting us to actually perform and take it seriously, as you were taking it seriously yourself. And I'll never forget that. So thank you for everything. And I wishing you all the best in your retirement, and I'm sending you so much love, and just know that your lessons have been with me since you first taught me and will carry on in my heart until I leave this planet. Much love to you. Bye.
Dave Rowe, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've given PCS and me during my time in high school, middle school there. You really instilled a love for music, a love for playing music, taught me more or less how to play 3 instruments that I still play today. And more importantly, just taught me the importance of the arts and learning culture and meeting new people through music. So to you, I want to say very, very happy retirement, well-deserved, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, Mr. Rowe. It's Aylin. Congratulations on your retirement. And thank you for inspiring me to love music so much. I still think of all of my memories from jazz band so fondly. My kids know all about them. And now my oldest plays the trombone after years of piano. And my son, whose birthday is tomorrow, is 7, is taking piano. And then we have this little munchkin. I think you met her last time when we were in town, who knows what she'll play. But we have a very musical family. and my clarinet is still traveling along with me all these years. But yeah, we wish you well in your next endeavor and adventure. So keep in touch.